Hey, today I'm going to show you a drill that explains the most important moment and place in your swing, impact. So I often tease my students at schools that I'm going to catch them out in public somewhere. I'm going to give them a test. And that test is, show me impact. Let me see your impact position. And they should immediately be able to go, okay, like this, without even a golf club, and go and show me the perfect impact position. That's my test for you right now. I want you to get out of your chair and I want you to show me a perfect impact. And we're going to describe this, but why is that so important? Because you need to build impact into your DNA of your golf swing. You should know exactly where the body is striking, the striking position of the body. Because just think about it, if you don't know that position, you are going to have a hard time getting there when you accelerate the golf club. So today we're going to talk about what it is, a drill that I use that helps me build impact. And it's great because I did it today. I woke up this morning, I'd worked out yesterday, I'm a little sore, I'm a little tired, and my body feels kind of tight. So I did some stretching, I loosened up a little bit, and then what I do is I come in here and I go to my impact position and I just basically hold that, and I'm basically stretching my pelvis. You can't see it because you're not gonna see a lot of movement here, but I'm working against my lead leg, I'm turning my back, I'm stretching against this leg, I'm stretching my lower body, my lower back right here. I'm basically pinning the arms right where I'd be at impact, and I'm just stretching my body, right like this. So I'm just pushing my body into a dynamic impact position where I'm gonna be. That's a little impact stretch drill that I do. So why do I do that? Well, number one, I gotta get my body there. And if you're tight in the morning and your body's not gonna get to impact, you're gonna come out here and struggle because you're like, hey, I'm too tight to get to impact right now. So I stretch this impact position out. But let's look at impact just in its definition. And what you see is when that club comes in, proper angles of approach, and I get to impact here, you'll notice I'm working against my lead leg, and I'm rotating my pelvis as far as it can go. That's as far as I can go. Obviously, I want this foot on the ground, but I don't care if it rolls in, as long as the foot can work internally like this. You can see I'm working against the ground here with my lower body. That's so I can get pelvis rotation. Then my upper body is obviously side bent, and it's turning as well, but it can only go so far, and this trail arm is bent, and then I run into this position right here called impact. And look, impact in the next position, what we call position 5, extension, is very similar. See that? The only difference is the arm extension and a little bit of shoulder movement, but that's a very similar position. So how critical is it that you can get to this moment of impact perfectly? So this is a test you should do often. Look in a mirror, check it on video, take a picture of your impact position, because if you're not able to dynamically get and hold this position right here and basically hold it and ingrain that into your DNA, where this is exactly where you get every single time, that might help you more than anything, because now you got to produce a golf swing that gets you there. So here's the golf swing that's basically going to produce that. So the test I would want to give my students is, no matter when, you should be able to walk into any situation and just demonstrate what an impact position should look and feel like. And then obviously you could do the stretch as well. But one of the things that I had a student ask the other day was, Todd, why don't you just start at impact? Just start there. I mean, look, I don't think it's a great idea, because you need backswing range to produce acceleration. And if you start your body in a rotation, you're going to have to go into more rotation, so it creates more rotation in the backswing. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I just don't think it's the ideal way to sequence a golf swing. If it's up to me, I'm going to move as little as possible back here and then sequence, not create more motion. But it's not a terrible idea, right? Starting exactly at impact. Let's go through the metrics of this just so you understand. At impact, at the mode of impact, I've got roughly 20 degrees of torso rotation, a little more pelvis, somewhere in the 20 to 30 degree range of pelvis rotation. And then, so you're seeing that I have more rotation here than I would if I started here. Not a lot more, but about 10 degrees more here at impact. So at address, I've got a few degrees open. I get to about 75 to 80 of negative rotation. So that's a 90 degree total rotation of my torso. Transition back to impact, where I'm maxing out. I'm maxing range here. I'm maxing range of pelvis. See that? And I'm maxing range of torso. And that's what allows me to strike that golf ball. And that's where I want you to feel. If you want to do without a club, you can. Just put your arms on your shoulder. Make sure you get some side bend here. Go into your knee. Maximize pelvis range. Maximize torso range. Hold there. And I feel it. I feel it right in my lower back here. There's impact. Right, there's impact and extension. So that's one way you can start messing around with building impact into your DNA, the most important moment of the swing. Hope that helped. Give me a thumbs up, click the bell icon. I'll see you in the next video.